afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Head of English Education Department, Mrs. Zulfitri, SSMA, the Honorable Mr. Teguh Satria Amin, SPDM Hum, as my advisor, the Honorable Mrs. Nurhapni Siregar, SPDM Hum, as my first reviewer, the Honorable Mr. Dr. Salamuddin Salian, SPDM Hum, as my second reviewer, the Honorable all of the lecturers and all the audiences. Thanks to the moderator who gives me this chance to present my research proposal. I am Arti Dwi Maulia. Let me present my research proposal under the title, The Effect of Using U-Dictionary Application on Students' Pronunciation Mastery at the 11th grade of SMK Negeri 1 Perbaunan. Please follow me under the slide. Chapter 1, Introduction. English as an international language is important in all aspects of life, including education and business. In Indonesia, English is a subject required from elementary to higher education. While in business aspects, many companies which require the applicants to be able to communicate in English. Pronunciation is one of the components of English that plays a significant role in communication. There will be ambiguity, misunderstanding, and differing meaning if the pronunciation is not corrected. Many students have any problems with their pronunciation, such as they pronounce words based on how the words are written, and they cannot distinguish how to pronounce one word with another. To address this issue, the students require something simple and enjoyable to study in order to improve their pronunciation of English words. In this digital era, the students can learn pronunciation by using their smartphone with download U-Dictionary application. This application has a voice translation feature that can spell out a word, making pronunciation practice easier. Based on the background of the problem, the researcher concludes that the identification of the problems are: first, the students had low motivation of the pronunciation. The second, the students had difficulties to improve their pronunciation. The third, the students didn't feel interest and enjoyable when learning the material, especially pronunciation. And the fourth, the students felt difficulties in pronouncing words correctly and distinguish how to pronounce one word with another. The researcher limits the problem to the effectiveness of using U-Dictionary application on students' pronunciation mastery. There is only one formulation of the problem. Does the using of U-Dictionary application significantly affect the students' pronunciation mastery? In accordance with the formulation of the problem, the main objective of the research is to find out the significant effect of using U-Dictionary application on students' pronunciation mastery. The researcher hopes that this research will be useful for some parties. First for the teacher, and the second for the students, and last for the other researchers. Chapter 2, Review of the Listerity. The definition of pronunciation is based on Hornby 1995. Kelly has stated on her book under the title How to Teach Pronunciation that pronunciation has some features. When the students are learning pronunciation, there are some factors affecting their pronunciation and also problems in pronunciation. U-Dictionary is one of the online and also offline dictionary that can be free downloaded from smartphone. It was introduced on March 24, 2016 by Yodao in Hong Kong. U-Dictionary application has climbed the ranks to become the #1 in Google Play Education category in 2019. This application includes a voice translation tool that can spell out a word, making practicing pronunciation easier. The dictionary application includes features for learning pronunciation, such as speaker symbols and phonetic symbols. If there were any words that the students were unable to pronounce, the students just click the speaker symbol and listen for the system to pronounce the words correctly. The research has found 3 studies that are relevant to this research. Before the data is collected, the researchers make presumptions of the hypothesis. They are, first, alternative hypothesis or HA. Dictionary significantly affects on students' pronunciation at the 11th grade of SMK Negeri 1 Perbaungan. And the second, null hypothesis. The dictionary doesn't significantly affect of using the dictionary application doesn't significantly affect on students' pronunciation mastery on the 11th grade of SMK Negeri 1 Perbaungan. Chapter 3, Methodology of the Research. This research uses quantitative method with experimental research. The research design includes two groups, experimental group and control group. The population of this research is the students at 11th grade of SMK Negeri 1 Perbaungan. Those are 6 classes, which is class consists of 39 students. So the total of population are 216 students. To determine the sample, the researcher uses cluster random sampling and choose the experimental group is 11 TKG1 with 39 students, and the control group is 11 TKG3 with 39 students randomly. This research has 2 variables. The independent variables is the use of dictionary application in learning pronunciation, and dependent variable is the student's pronunciation mastery. The researcher gives a test, specifically an oral test that is given as a pre-test and post-test. The instrument test consists of vowel and consonant sounds reading. There are 10 different vowel sounds and 10 different consonant sounds. For technique of collecting data, firstly, the researcher gives pre-test both the experimental group and control group. Then, the researcher gives treatment for experimental group by using dictionary application, while control group uses conventional learning. The last, the students both experimental group and control group are given post-test. After the researcher has collected the data is analyzed by using t-test. If the data has been analyzed, it can be made the assumption of the hypothesis. That's all my presentation. I will give it back to the moderator. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.